Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome. In this video presentation, I'll explore essential multiple choice questions, MCQs, with a brief explanation from Unit 5 of the JKssb Female Supervisor exam, specifically focusing on human growth and development, Part 2. Dear viewers, I also encourage you to study the detailed theory behind these MCQs through internet searches because there is always a possibility of errors in answers. For MCQs on other topics, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's attempt to solve some important MCQs one by one with a brief explanation, focusing on the topic human growth and development. Question 1. What does the term growth refer to in the context of human development? A. Psychological changes. B. Biological changes. C. Social changes. D. Emotional changes. The correct answer to question 1 is option B. Biological changes. Explanation: growth in human development refers to the physical or biological changes that occur over time. Question 2. Which of the following is a characteristic of growth? A. Emotional intelligence. B. Increase in size or quantity. C. Moral reasoning. D. Social awareness. The correct answer to question 2 is option B. Increase in size or quantity. Explanation: growth is characterized by an increase in size or quantity, such as height, weight, or the number of cells. Question 3. In the context of human development, what is the cephalocaudal pattern? A. Growth from head to tail. B. Growth from tail to head. C. Proximal to distal development. D. Distal to proximal development. The correct answer to question 3 is option A. Growth from head to tail. Explanation: the cephalocaudal pattern refers to the principle that development occurs from the head, cephalic region, downward to the tail, caudal region. Question 4. What is the proximal distal pattern of development? A. Growth from head to tail. B. Growth from tail to head. C. Development from the center outward. D. Development from the periphery inward. The correct answer to question 4 is option C. Development from the center outward. Explanation: the proximal distal pattern involves development from the center of the body outward to the extremities. Question 5. Which of the following factors significantly influences physical growth and development? A. Social environment. B. Economic status. C. Genetic makeup. D. Cultural practices. The correct answer to question 5 is option C. Genetic makeup. Explanation: genetic factors play a crucial role in determining an individual's physical growth and development. Question 6. What is the role of genes in human development? A. Determining cultural practices. B. Influencing physical and behavioral traits. C. Shaping social interactions. D. Dictating environmental conditions. The correct answer to question 6 is option B. Influencing physical and behavioral traits. Explanation: genes influence both physical and behavioral traits, contributing to individual differences in human development. Question 7. Which of the following is a key aspect of social development during infancy? A. Formation of peer relationships. B. Attachment to caregivers. C. Identity formation. D. Independence. The correct answer to question 7 is option B. Attachment to caregivers. Explanation: infancy is marked by the formation of strong attachments to caregivers, contributing to social development. Question 8. Which theory of development emphasizes the importance of social interactions and cultural influences? A. Behaviorist theory. B. Ecological systems theory. C. Psychosocial theory. D. Cognitive development theory. The correct answer to question 8 is option B. Ecological systems theory. Explanation: ecological systems theory proposed by Yuri Bronfenbrenner, highlights the influence of social interactions and cultural factors on development. Question 9. During adolescence, what is a characteristic of social development? A. Attachment to caregivers. B. Formation of peer relationships. C. Gross motor skill development. D. Weaning from breastfeeding. The correct answer to question 9 is option B. Formation of peer relationships. Explanation. Adolescents begin to form strong peer relationships as a part of their social development. Question 10. What is a characteristic of cognitive development in adolescence? A. Object permanence. B. Concrete operational thinking. C. Formal operational thinking. D. Sensorimotor coordination. The correct answer to question 10 is option C. Formal operational thinking. Explanation. Adolescents reach the stage of formal operational thinking, allowing for abstract and hypothetical reasoning. Question 11. In the context of human development, what does the term nurture refer to? A. Genetic inheritance. B. Environmental influences. C. Biological factors. D. Inherited traits. The correct answer to question 11 is option B. Environmental influences. Explanation. Nurture refers to the influence of environmental factors on human growth and development. Question 12. During which life stage does the process of identity formation become a central psychosocial task? A. Infancy. B. Childhood. C. Adolescence. D. Adulthood. The correct answer to question 12 is option C. Adolescence. Explanation. Adolescence is marked by the psychosocial task of identity formation, according to Erikson's theory. Question 13. What is the primary marker of physical development during infancy? A. Tooth eruption. B. Motor skills development. C. Language acquisition. D. Puberty. The correct answer to question 13 is option B. Motor skills development. Explanation. Motor skills, such as crawling and walking, are significant indicators of physical development in infancy. Question 14. In childhood, what aspect of development is closely linked to the acquisition of language and cognitive abilities? A. Emotional development. B. Social development. C. Physical development. D. Intellectual development. The correct answer to question 14 is option D. Intellectual development. Explanation. Intellectual development in childhood involves language acquisition, cognitive abilities, and problem-solving skills. Question 15. According to Piaget, which stage of cognitive development is characterized by abstract reasoning and hypothetical thinking? A. Sensorimotor stage. B. Preoperational stage. C. Concrete operational stage. D. Formal operational stage. The correct answer to question 15 is option D. Formal operational stage. Explanation. The formal operational stage, according to Piaget, involves abstract reasoning and the ability to think hypothetically. Question 16. In the context of human growth and development, what does the term nature versus nurture refer to? A. Biological versus environmental influences. B. Cognitive versus emotional development. C. Physical versus psychological factors. D. Social versus cultural influences. The correct answer to question 16 is option A. Biological versus environmental influences. Explanation. The nature versus nurture debate concerns the relative importance of biological factors, nature, and environmental influences, nurture, in shaping human development. Question 17. During which stage of development is the proximal distal pattern most evident? A. Infancy. B. Childhood. C. Adolescence. D. Adulthood. The correct answer to question 17 is option A. Infancy. Explanation: the proximal distal pattern is most evident in infancy, where development occurs from the center outward to the extremities. Question 18. Which of the following is a characteristic of adolescence? A. Initiative versus guilt. B. Trust versus mistrust. C. Identity versus role confusion. D. Autonomy versus shame. The correct answer to question 18 is option C. Identity versus role confusion. Explanation: adolescents face the task of developing a coherent sense of identity during this stage. Question 19. What is the term for the process of refining and enhancing neural connections in the brain? A. Neurogenesis. B. Synaptogenesis. C. Myelination. D. Plasticity. The correct answer to question 19 is option B. Synaptogenesis. Explanation: synaptogenesis is the formation of synapses between neurons, contributing to the refinement and enhancement of neural connections in the brain. Question 20. Which type of development involves changes in intellectual abilities, memory, and problem-solving skills? A. Emotional development. B. Cognitive development. C. Social development. D. Physical development. The correct answer to question 20 is option B. Cognitive development. Explanation: cognitive development involves changes in intellectual abilities, memory, and problem-solving skills. Thank you everyone. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel Education and Teacher Education at Shoki Bilal.